How's it going, guys? My name is Carlos Berto. Thank you so much for stopping by my YouTube channel. And today I'm here to tell you that not all suiting is the same. And the reason why not all suiting is the same is because there's different types of fits, there's different types of drape, there's different types of lining, there's different types of construction, inner construction, outer construction. Within this sandwich, you get different types of things that you could add to your layers. So you have lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese fusing, you have lining, canvas, you have fabric, and you have weight. So overall, a suit can be something that can be mistakenly purchased by thinking it's one thing, but in reality, you're getting something else. So first of all, let's just put in this configuration that the sandwich theory is specifically for suits. Let's start with that. I want to make this video because I feel like a lot of guys out there feel like they want to wear suits, but they don't know necessarily even how to get the suit that they want. See these photos that they see on Instagram, see these photos that they see from guys at the Pete Guamo wearing the suits very elegantly, effortlessly, and very classy, and also almost daily. And I feel like that's one of the things that is a big misconception with suits, that all suits are made the same and all suits should and will fit the same as long as you buy one and you wear one. And that's completely false, because in my history and my journey of suiting up, I realized every single detail matters in the suit, and also there's construction that you cannot see that's going to make you feel and fit different in the suit and also change the drape dramatically. And I feel like when it comes to suiting and it comes to like a relaxed tailoring, the drape is everything. So let's go ahead and just start with that. So the first thing, the drape. The drape is basically how the suit falls onto your body. And let's just start with off the rack and like ready to wear, because I feel like a lot of guys are probably most likely to shop that. So for example, the shoulders. Now we have the shoulders. A lot of times in ready to wear, the shoulders have a lot of structure in them. They have a lot of fusing in them. So you're gonna have a very heavy shoulder that really defines it, and it doesn't really fall off the sleeve right here. So if you could see, this is a very relaxed fit because it's unlined and unstructured. And that's something that just allows me to feel more relaxed in the suit. So if I want to have a little bit more movement, if I want to go to the park, if I want to go on a walk, if I want to sit down and enjoy, you know, some life and sprezzatura, this is what it means. A lot of times you see guys that they have the good fabric, they have the good colors, but they don't have the right cuts. If there was only a little bit more awareness of these little details, even when it comes down to going to your tailor and talking to someone who's making you a made-to-measure custom suit, sometimes it's very overwhelming because you're just like, do I want to unline? Do I want to have canvas? There's so many options, and you're just like, yeah. You know what? Just, I want the material and I want the fit, and then everything else is kind of second guessing from there. So now the important part about buying a suit is knowing what you want to use it for and how you want to feel. So before you even buy a suit, a question should be is, how do I want to use it? How do I want to wear it? Look at the inspiration that you get from people. So if you are seeing a guy who is like wearing a suit business wise and has a shirt and tie, and you do wear a suit because you have meetings and you're a venture capitalist or something like that, then call me. You have to figure out what is the source of your inspiration and how you're going to use it. You know, for me, I want to wear a suit every day. My wardrobe consists of, if I need to wake up and put on something, it could be a suit. I'm not going to worry about it. So you have to be really aware of like what you're buying. Here is a pretty good example of a half-lined suit. And this right here basically means that it's very lightweight. It's very comfortable and easy to travel in. So whenever I go to the airport, someone says, yeah, wearing a suit to the airport, that's very uncomfortable. That's completely wrong, because if you're wearing something like I'm wearing now, that's very rigid, absolutely. But if you're wearing something like this, look at this internal, it's half lined. If you wear this, it's breathable. You could almost see through it. It's very lightweight, and you could see through the paneling. Now that's very important because that makes this very fresco. The facing in here is very lightweight as well. Nothing heavy, nothing that's gonna make this suit jacket feel very heavy. For this lining, what season was this made for? Fully lined, as you can see. And it's in a wool. This right here is going to be more for a winter jacket, colder weather, a little bit chillier. And this one, as you can see, is more for summer and spring. So this is gonna be a little bit easy to wear. Also traveling wise, like I said, I'm a big fanatic of traveling in suits. And I feel like if we should like make that a trend. It's very important for you guys to understand the use for your suit and also your inspiration. Because like I said, if you feel like you want to sit at a park and relax in your suit, then that one's gonna be a little bit harder to do. This one is going to be easier. And while we're on the topic of discussing suit jackets, I also want to emphasize that just because you are getting a winter fabric or a summer fabric, that doesn't mean that you cannot take the same idea of how you want your suits to fit into each season. So I think the most important thing to realize and understand is that, you know, the other double-breasted jacket that I showed you, that I have it here, I'll show you guys, is going to be fully lined. It's going to have full canvassing, and it's going to be something that's a little bit more structured, a little bit more warmer, a little bit more of this shape, you know, this like hard British style suiting shape, which I love. But also, you can get a winter fabric that is going to be warm enough for you, but if you want this soft tailoring style, it also works for winter fabrics. So as you can see, this is just finished very well. No lining, just obviously sleeve lining, but this is just beautiful baby alpaca fabric made in Italy. And the important thing to remember is that because I like a more soft tailoring, this is going to fit my lifestyle better, and it's also going to fit my profile of preference a lot better. So as you can see, the fit of this, the shoulders are very soft. The sleeve kind of meets the shoulders seam very, very lightly, and it just kind of falls off, like almost like a waterfall effect. And they call it like spalla camicia. It's a very soft style of a suit jacket like this one, and this one is in an alpaca fabric. The way that this is structured and the way that it falls off of my shoulder is almost, it's identical as the other one, because the construction is the same thing. The idea of the soft tailoring is the same thing. So it's going to just ride off of my shoulder with a very seamless effort, and no pun intended, right? This is basically going to give me the same effect, and also I could travel with it. I could, you know, take strolls with it. It's a very easy jacket to move in and to live in, and it's not going to have a lot of rigidity to it. So unlike the other one, fully lined, full canvas, really full body, and the shape of it is a little bit less flexible. So my arms, as you can see, my shoulders, they, you know, you could perfectly see the puckering right there of the structure that meets the softness of the armhole of the lining, because your armhole is not going to be fused or anything. So there's going to be a lot of movement, obviously, because then you got to move. And then, as you can see, the sharp kind of edge, this very strong, almost like 90-degree effect that you could see where you meet the shoulder sleeve and the chest panel and the sleeve. This one is meant to be worn completely different, and they all have different things to it, but what I'm saying is understanding the way that you want your clothing to be lived in. I hope this video was helpful. I'm trying to break this down as easy as possible for you guys, and also just kind of help you guys become aware of like your taste and your palette, and also what's out there for you guys to make sure that you're making the right selections for. And also because I've been on the side where, you know, the made to measure program is amazing. I know that I want the fabric. I know that I want to wear it double-breasted. I know that, you know, it's going to be for summer or winter. But at the end of the day, like, there's these things where I'm like, but it just doesn't fall, and it doesn't drape, and it doesn't fit the way that I want to live with it. And that's the most important thing. So if you guys enjoyed this, let me know. If you guys have any more questions, we could continue to go down into this suiting world in the layman's terms. Honestly, it's not for me. I'm not an expert on like every single dimension of the suit. I don't intend to be. I'm just a aficionado of dressing well, and I like to get to know my palette, and I like to get to know myself in the suit and what I like. And that's all I can share. For the experts, go to your tailor. Don't ask me hard questions, please. This felt like a school lesson. Don't forget to post down everything if you want to see me wear more suits. If you guys have questions on how I wear suits and trousers and whatever, Instagram is the place to go. By Carlos Berto. See you guys soon.